Season's greetings, all you Hard Slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Here we are just a few days away from Christmas, and wow, has this year flown by or what? But I have to say, a lot's happened for the show this year. We've managed to get on damn near every podcast platform out there, so be sure to check that out. I also started posting the show to YouTube, so you could enjoy listening to us at work, although your work environment might be a little different than mine, in which case, use headphones. But check us out there too. Also, we got the Patreon page up and running, as well as a fan-created fan page on Facebook, thanks to good friend of the show and fellow Hard Slinger Eric Kent. It's called Hard 20, so be sure to join it. As for other milestones this year, we wrapped up the Riders on the Storm campaign and started our long hinted at Carrion Crown run-through. Looking back, I'm very pleased with how the show's coming along, as well as the interactions I have with the likes of all of you. Please, don't stop connecting with the show. I want to hear from all of you. And that brings me to another minor point. You know, at times I'm asked how I edit the show, whether or not I run it straight from front to rear, if I go in and pluck pieces out. And I usually pluck a lot of stuff out, but it's usually about 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the length of time that we record for. And I usually put the bloopers on the back end of the show. I don't know if anybody knows that, but they are back there. I think on this particular episode, though, I'm going to put a little table talk back there. The kind of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes when we do either a bathroom run or get another beer out of the fridge or just have to look something up. So check that out at the back end of the show. And as a side note, that kind of segues me into something else. I've got an idea and I want your feedback. I've been thinking about bringing back the Rolling for 20 segment. In case your memory's a little foggy, as it only ran for a few episodes, it's a show where I digress, either alone or with one of the other Hard Slingers, about the hobby I spend so much time and money on. So if you're interested in listening to something like that, let me know, because as the end of the year gets closer and the attendance in the Rage Room gets spotty due to the holidays, that may be the only venue I have to produce something out there. But enough of the fun stuff, let's get to the fun stuff. You know the drill, so warm up your dice and top off your glass as Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 21 of our Carrion Crown run-through, The Old Wives' Tale. Now. It's Tuesday, bro.
It's Tuesday, bro. You gonna make it tonight? It's Tuesday.
How would I do something so stupid? Got it? Got it.
Got it.
Greetings, fellow slingers, and welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast, episode 21 of the Carrion Crown. I'm your trusted GM, Brian. With me are the Hard Slingers on a Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Woo! Tuesday. Okay, first things first. We need to correct our vials of lesser restoration and cure wounds. I totally fucked up last time. This is actually what it is, Eric. Remember when you used it? Lesser restoration doesn't grant healing.
Yeah, I figured it was.
Yeah, so I went ahead and printed that out.
Okay.
Because I know that everybody has those vials. I think you probably have the monopoly of them.
I have them all, from what I know.
Okay.
Because I have the blue potions, which is lesser restoration.
That's much better.
And then the gray ones, which is remove disease. And then there were the other 4, which I think were the cure wounds ones that were distributed evenly amongst the party.
Okay. Why don't you read off what the cure wounds do and what the lesser restoration does, so that the fans could keep us honest, if we can't keep ourselves.
So, if you're using a Cure Wounds vial, you regain a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which would be +2.
Yes. And then Lesser Restoration, you can cure either one disease or one condition afflicting yourself. This condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay. Got it? I think at a higher level you could correct another person with that same thing. Is that what that's?
But
no, higher level, well, it's hard because we're...
those are spells. You were using actual potions, so...
To remove,
yeah,
right?
so it's kind of like Cure Wounds. You had higher levels. You can increase it 1d8 for it, but these are not spells. They're
All right.
just potions.
Well, Doctor, why don't you hang on to that prescription there? So after returning to Harrowstone and using the spirit board, it would seem that you finally made some real progress. Talos, you made contact with a female who told you she was trapped in the prison's workshop. All of you then set out to locate her, and before long, you managed to find the workshop, where you located the ghost of none other than Vesoriana Hawkran, the wife of Warden Hawkran. As she stands before you, this blue apparition, the four of you look upon her, and Talos, as she moves closer to the group, you notice against the back wall, smudged in the soot, is the spelling of your name on the wall behind her.
All right, crap. Okay. Does anyone else see this? I don't know. I'll be like looking directly at it.
See what?
It's nothing. Never mind.
As you look at the doctor inquisitively and then look back, the name is gone, removed from the wall.
Okay.
But she now has all of your attention, and she looks at you and she says in a strained voice, I am the wife of the warden of Harrowstone Prison. My name is Vesoriana Hawkran, and time has become a fog to me, but yet I remember the riot of 4661. And there is a tale to be told about the fate of this prison. As she begins her tale, just like the weather outside, it takes on a gloomy overtone. Harrowstone Prison was already the home of dozens of notorious criminals, but mid-year prison convoy of 4661 brought a particularly horrendous batch of criminals all at once. And among them were 5 particularly notorious convicts. The Lopper, the Piper of Ilmarsh, Father Charlatan, the Mosswater Marauder, and even the infamous Splatterman. Not even Harrowstone was adequately equipped to handle these criminals, let alone all of them all at once. And before long, as their execution dates drew near, the Lopper and the Splatterman began working together to pick a moment to escape. They seized control of the prison. And while they managed to turn the tables on Harrowstone's guards and for a few minutes even control this place, they did not anticipate an act of self-sacrifice by my Lavar. Only a few minutes after the prisoners seized control of the lower level, Lavar triggered an emergency deadfall that sealed the dungeon and trapped everyone, including himself and most of his guards, within the prison's dungeon, leaving a supply lift as the only possible way out. Only as a safety precaution, it could not be activated from the dungeon level below. And it was via this lift that the warden and the other trapped guards initially thought to escape, but before they could make it to safety, they were overpowered by the rioting prisoners and taken hostage. The prisoners attempted to use the hostages to force the guards, who had remained on the floor above, to lower the lift, but the guards were too well trained. Even with their warden and most of their friends trapped below, they continually refused to lower the lift. Further, they set the guards around the lift shaft above so that any prisoner who attempted the nearly impossible climb would have to contend with crossbow bolts raining down. And as the standoff continued, the guards were eager to avoid sparking a panic in Ravengrow, and so they holed up and did not tell the town what was going on about the riot. All the while, they desperately tried to work out a plan. I had no knowledge of any of this, and it wasn't until several hours later, after Lavar had not returned home for our customary dinner, that I became worried. That is when I crossed the prison grounds to the central prison. I guess in their panic, the guards had left the main entrance to the prison unlocked, and as I entered, I saw no posted guards. But there was sounds of shouting, and so I followed and found in the training room. My husband's guards gathered near the lift to the dungeon below. It was then I learned from one of the frantic guards that LeVar and several of his guards were trapped with those ruthless prisoners below, and I pleaded with the guards to immediately remove the deadfall and stage a rescue. They repeatedly refused. At this point, she starts to get really frantic. You could almost see how it was for her during that day. I'm afraid I had gone into hysterics at that point. I managed to get past a guard and run to the lift's winch, and I threw the release and sent the heavy wooden platform plummeting to the dungeon below. I called out to LeVar that help was on its way, that I would save him. Unfortunately, the free-falling lift had crushed several guards, and a few of the...
Try not to laugh while you read that.
Unfortunately, the free-falling lift had crushed several guards and a few of the prisoners who had been standing directly below it. I was horrified, thinking that in my franticness I had killed my husband. Taking advantage of my shock, several of the guards grabbed me and pulled me away, and they sequestered me here in the prison's workshop. For my own safety, they locked me inside, and it wasn't until after the fire had claimed the prison and the smoke had claimed me that I learned from the other spirits in this place what had happened afterwards. How the remaining guards worked frantically to keep the prisoners from escaping. With the lift below swiftly filling up with eager prisoners, the guards couldn't simply pull it back up. And so, as the prisoners began to climb the chains that connected the fallen lift, the guards grew desperate and knew they were about to be outnumbered, and they made a fateful decision. They began rolling barrels of lamp oil from the nearby storeroom into the hole, hoping to dislodge them. But one of the Harrowstone's most notorious prisoners, the spell-casting murderer known as the Splatter Man, stepped into view and began to use his magic. Desperation gave way to blind panic, and one of the guards threw a lit torch into the oil-soaked depths. Unfortunately, the resulting conflagration, which was much bigger than anyone could have expected. The huge oil slick below caught fire and spread throughout the lower cell block. The ensuing flames incinerated both the screaming prisoners and the surviving guards below. With thick plumes of smoke swiftly making their way up, the remaining guards, overwhelmed by the fear suffocating, fled the prison. And in their haste, not one of those cowards had bothered to release me from this workshop. In our ghostly afterlife, LeVar and I had been forced to remain separated from one another, and at times my heart ached, and I believed I could hear him sobbing from the chamber below. But, as in life, I am unable to leave this room in death. But I could always feel his proximity until recently. Unsettling visitors, men and women in dark robes and speaking only in whispers, arrived and began working strange magic around the prison's foundation outside. They were the ones responsible for the sad demise of an older man who had recently been inspecting the prison. Their leader had used foul magic to slay him. Then the cultists bashed this dead man's head and face with one of the gargoyles from the roof above. Later that night, after they murdered the man, the black-robed cultists finished their ritual. But whatever they did so beyond my sight, and ever since then, I no longer felt LeVar's spirit. I believe that somehow, for some reasons I don't know, the black-robed cultists had taken his spirit. I no longer sense him. All I do sense now is that the spirits in this prison are growing horrifically malicious. I don't know how, but I believe that the Splatter Man is responsible, and he has the energy to destroy me, and I do not know how. I only know that in my husband's absence, I try to be his proxy, but my powers are too weak. I can barely keep these haunts at bay. Whatever this Splatter Man is doing, I believe I only have days left before it's come to its culmination. And then all the spirits within Harrowstone will be free to wreak havoc. So I ask the four of you, what are your intentions in Harrowstone Prison?
We intend
To kill those demons,
kill
pretty much.
kill the ghosts.
Yeah.
We're gonna bust some ghosts.
There are 5 that you should be aware of. Those malicious ones that I told you about. The ones that seem to be running the prison after it caught fire and during its riot. But I believe that the Splatterman is the one that is running all the others.
Right. And thank you for the information. We were looking to see where we could find the Splatterman, but based on what you said and the fact that you can't leave too far from your body and the Splatterman dying below in the dungeon, I think we can surmise that that's where the Splatterman will be.
That was where he was last located at, and most likely where he died. I can help you defeat them, though.
Fuck, we should have went this.
Yeah.
I can help you contain them. And if you can bring me the symbol of my husband's office, the one he held over this prison, I can help banish them for good, because haunts have a way of returning back if they are not properly removed from our realm. You should also know that each of these 5 spirits had a personal effect that might prove useful in defeating each one. I believe they were held in the prison's property room.
Hey, we may have, I believe we found those.
You found their items, the personal effects.
Yeah.
Is she only talking to you or all of us?
She's talking.
She's talking to all
she's
of
talking
us.
to everybody.
Okay.
She
So-
slightly backs up when you say that you have those items.
And I will show the charlatans' charms, all the charms stuck together.
Yes, Levar had spoken many times of Father Charlatan and his wicked ways that he deprived the poor out of their lives by using religion to manipulate them.
Fucking charlatans.
At that time, I'll take out the
flute.
flute, the other one,
Oh,
the Piper
Both.
Waters.
can you play anything with that?
Not much of an instrument, kind of wind instrument person.
Oh, well, perhaps you're better with the organ. As she's going over this and looking at you, you begin to feel this chill in the air about you, eking in from the hallway outside. And you hear this echoey voice from outside the room. Finally, you are without your escort and at the mercy of our prison. Your husband used to parade you around in front of the rest of us, showing us how much better he was than the rest of us. And you encouraged this. Look down on us no longer. We will finally have what every man in this prison wanted. We will finally have you, Vesoriana. And you see these wicked poltergeist entities begin to enter the room behind you.
Fun.
Cool.
Close the door.
And let's roll some initiative.
It was on an 18 and then just went bloop.
Talos,
8.
Oust,
6.
Irwin.
19.
Ooh,
Nice.
Doctor.
16.
Very good.
Not that we have anything. for
All right.
this.
Irwin, you're going to miss first. Doctor, you're second.
It's gotten very antagonistic.
So, Irwin,
Yes.
you see these 2 entities begin to enter the room directly behind you. Tell me what you're going to do.
That first entity is kind of like right up on my ass right now, right?
Oh, he's hovering 3 feet, ready to mount you from behind.
Okay, then I'm going to.
Want to open those chaps or what?
Apply
Not
some more
yet.
oil.
Gotta wine and dine me before you fuck me. I'm going to pull out my longsword.
The mess
try-
hall is open.
Actual longsword, or is that a euphemism?
You can figure that out for yourself.
Ooh.
No, my actual longsword. The actual weapon.
I was gonna say, how's this gonna role play out?
And I'm going to try to attack it. It's 19 on the die.
19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Brian talks shit.
There we go. For 3 points of damage.
Oh, the pain. The pain. I need a doctor.
And then my bonus action, I'm going to do an unarmed strike. 18 on the die.
18.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Rolling good so far. For 6 points of damage.
6 points. Doctor.
Okay, seeing these two poltergeists come into the room, the doctor sees one that's attacking Irwin and is going to fire Sacred Flame at him.
At Irwin?
No, at the poltergeist.
He will ignite with his oil. Okay. What's the save on that?
Deck save.
Dex. 12.
Fails.
Fails. That's the one that Irwin's been beaten on?
Yes, so the same one that Irwin hit, he takes 8 points of radiant damage.
You could have just said beating off.
Very good. Okay. So the first one that comes through the door looks at the entire ensemble, and the one that had been speaking so far, and says,
Vesoriana, we will be with you momentarily after we take care of this.
so he's got 4 targets going around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Towards the
Damn
doctor.
it.
You see him gesture towards one of the back tables, and you see these items begin to
Oh.
fly towards you.
Maybe fewer dice.
One is a fumble, and I believe the other 2 will hit. It's for 7 points of damage, and I need for everybody
What?
to make a wisdom save in the room.
Thank God I got that.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Yes, 20 on the die plus 5.
Irwin.
I failed.
Doctor, 20 on the die
25.
plus 5, 25. Talos,
21.
21.
24.
God damn it.
Okay. Irwin, this thing has crept up upon you, completely taken you by surprise, and you are immediately frightened at this point.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Luckily, you attacked before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me describe frightened for the troops. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
But can you move away?
Yes.
Yes, he can. You may want to do that next time. Talos.
All right. Talos is going to use Ray of Frost on the ghost that everyone has been beating off.
Beating on.
Beating off. Yeah, 18 to
It's
hit,
a family
Okay.
podcast.
3 damage.
3. Oust.
House wants to move a little more into the room
Oust, get this ghost off. Irwin.
and produce a flame and toss it at the
Monk.
not the monk
Roll it up,
Human
monk.
Torch.
at the
He'll light up right away.
entity that's been speaking. And that is probably going to miss for a... Shoot, was that a 6 or a 9? I'm going to go with the 6, just with the lower roll. 11 points to hit.
That will miss. So, the other 3 of you,
I was worried you were about to say other 3 poltergeists.
1, 2 for the dog, 3, 4 Talos, 5, 6 for Oust. Oust, I need you to make that save again.
Wisdom.
Yes. Actually, I'm sorry. Everybody needs to make that save. Everybody else does. Doc?
Oh, playing the doubloon.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
What do you got?
21.
21. Very good. Talos?
23.
23. Oust?
Not good. 13.
Oh, I missed by 1.
Oh.
You two are frightened as well. And he raises his hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For oust. As you see
Oh.
more of these sewing and mending utensils begin to fly from another table towards you.
Oh, wow.
And I
God.
believe that 3 of those will hit.
Fuck.
Does 12 hit?
No.
Okay. So make sure. 4, 5, 9, 15 points of damage as these things fly across the room, piercing into you. Just. Irwin.
Jeez.
Um,
We gotta get one of these down.
going to try to dash away.
Okay. As you flee,
Get the fuck away, yeah.
it attempts to shoot at you with another metal object and misses, striking the door behind you. Whereabouts do you want to go in the room?
Yeah, I'm going to go in the very back corner.
I'm going
Right
to go
behind
cry in the
Alice.
corner.
Well, I mean, he's feared, man.
Put baby in the corner.
No one puts monk in the corner.
Monkey in the corner.
No one puts the monk in the corner but the monk.
Doctor.
So the doctor is going to go in another corner of the room. Over here.
All right. We're going to mark every corner.
And do cure wounds on himself,
Okay.
but using level 2 spell. So I get 2d8 for that. So that's 6. So that's 9 points of healing. So feeling a little bit better.
With 4 targets again, going around the table. Talos.
Fuck me.
Well, he's going to try to right
I
now.
know.
Yeah, maybe later. Buy me a drink first.
Yeah.
Again, this ability of telekinesis sends these objects hurling towards you. We shall have you, Vesoriana. And 3 of those will hit.
Wait, what's the to hit?
16 is the lowest.
16 is the lowest. Okay, so that one misses. I'm going
What
to
about
attempt to
se-
cast.
What about 17?
17 hits. I'm going to attempt to cast shield.
Okay.
But I need to make a wisdom save to not waste it, to not use a spell.
That's
slot.
right. Oh, I know this.
Yes. All right. I beat the
Yeah.
DC 14 check to double back and try and save spell slots. So I cast shield. My AC is 22.
You know, okay. I was going to say I totally forgot. Did you know you had a -2 to that saving throw on the wisdom save
From what?
from the book?
The book? Mm-hmm. That's 2 penalties. No, that's
Yes, -2 penalties on all saving throws.
It's a minor 2
No,
minute.
that's Splatterman has it.
Rolls.
No.
What?
Against fear-based effects.
Okay.
Oh,
Fear-based
yeah, you're
effects.
fucked. Yeah.
Okay, well, so then my save was 21 way back.
Okay, good.
But, yeah.
So one of those did not hit you then?
I don't know what
The
hits,
lowest one was...
what hits 22 AC? Which of those?
None of them do.
Okay, then they all bash into my shield and fall to the ground
Okay.
Get
Now, how long is that good
fucked.
for?
until my next turn,
Okay. The
which is coming up.
The one that launched those things towards you moves forward right next to Vesoriana, and you see it grapple her.
All right.
Talos.
Okay.
You will be ours. We will take you back.
Here's the thing. I really want to cast.
A lot of ghosts want to watch
Magic
us
missile.
run the train.
I really want to cast Magic Missile, but I might not. I might just waste my fucking turn trying it. I am going to cast Ray of Frost
Okay. At whom?
at the one attempting to grapple Vesoriana.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That hits.
1 point of damage. Nice. Oh well, I could have wasted the turn. I got to think on positively.
Oust. We got 2 other corners. Want to get in one of those?
I'm going to remove a vial from my
Good
pouch, and I am gonna find the holy water and throw it. So I don't have the actual rules for the holy water.
Oh fuck, I have it
I
somewhere.
think you have it.
Go ahead. It's a splash weapon, so go ahead and roll dex attack.
So it's just +2.
Whatever your dex is. Plus your proficiency, I think.
12 to hit it with the holy water.
Okay, it splashes on the ground below where this entity is hovering,
Okay.
spraying harmlessly against the back wall.
He just takes 1 point of splash damage. 1 point of radiant splash damage.
Which one?
The one that's next to
Vesoriana?
Vesoriana. And I'm going to use my bonus.
As this splash touches this poltergeist, it actually begins to eat away at it and completely dissolves it.
Use the holy water!
Power of Christ compels
It only had
you.
1 point left!
Damn it!
Was anyone?
We don't know that.
Was anyone feared by that one,
No, that wasn't the
or is
talking
everyone
one.
feared by the other one?
Everyone's feared by this one. I thought all the attacks were going to the one that was
No,
speaking.
the first one, the monk is feared by. The other one is... Who was feared by the other one?
I guess it was Oust. Oust is feared.
Oh, you're feared?
I thought I was feared by this guy.
Okay,
'Cause I
you,
hit
you actually
the
have disadvantage on that attack, though. Sorry. Let's put this
all right.
motherfucker back on the map. Or not.
Okay, that was higher. So
That was better.
well, it doesn't matter. You missed anyway.
You're
Yeah.
lucky, Oust. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this shit. So what are you going to do, Oust?
Use the holy water, and then I'll use my bonus. Actually,
Well, actually, you already attacked. So what are you going to do with your bonus action?
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just going
great.
to stay in person.
Well, the other poltergeist looks around at everybody in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Oust.
Fuck.
You have shortened the train.
Rain.
The ghost train. And you see more items begin to rise up off of the tables and fly across the room towards you. 15?
15 will hit.
What about 12? No?
12 on.
Okay. For 3 points of damage as you're pierced by another needle.
And that's going to knock Oust down.
Oh.
And he will move forward
Fuck.
towards... Where are you at? Hang on. He's going to move forward towards 1, 2 for Vesoriana, 3, 4 for you. Towards Vesoriana. Jailhouse Rock. Irwin,
You are
you
no
are
longer feared.
no longer feared because the source of your fear is demised for now.
Nice. All right, I'm going to turn around because I was facing the corner.
Oh, you were actually facing the corner.
I don't know. I'm just playing.
If I
around
don't
with
look,
He's out
If
of
I
my
don't
line
look,
of
it's
sight. I can't see him. If he...
it. And I'm actually going to try to take out my crossbow and fire an arrow at it. What is that?
Which ones? We got special ones.
16.
16 will hit.
Nice. For 11 points of damage.
God damn.
Yeah. Heavy hitter.
I need a backup. Doctor.
I'm going to fire Sacred Flame at the same poltergeist.
14.
I believe that. Wait. No, fails. Sorry. So 4 points of radiant damage.
Very good. Talos. He's dead.
oh, okay. They had separate initiatives.
Those bastards.
All right. I don't want to risk wasting turns. So again, Ray of Frost. 21 to hit. 3 points of damage.
3.
Heavy hitters tonight.
Yeah.
Oust. Trying to make a death save.
That is a fail.
That is a fail.
Fuck.
No! At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah.
The spirit begins to drag Vesoriana out the door. And that's it. Actually, I think he's going to go further than that. That's right there. Irwin.
I'm going to try to shoot another arrow at it. And I think, 10 will miss.
10 will miss. Doctor, still in the room.
So, firing off Sacred Flame.
18.
Passes.
Want to move?
Not really. I'm actually going to make my way over to Oust.
Okay. Gonna teabag him?
Only if he dies.
Talos.
Talos is going to move into... Actually, first Talos is going to roll a wisdom save as he attempts to cast Magic Missile. Nope. Talos puts up his hand to cast Magic Missile and then decides... No.
She may not be
Vesoriana is
worth
not
it.
that important. I need the spell slots. And then he moves up next to the poltergeist with his sword ready for when it tries to leave his reach.
Oust.
Oh, another fail.
Fuck.
Dude.
I am not rolling well.
Dude.
Oh, shit.
Switching that one out, using the lucky green.
Help me. Help me. Save me. I can be of help.
I'm trying the best I can.
You will shut up, Hawkran woman.
And it takes her outside of the room.
I attack it. Nope. 12 to hit.
Erwin, you watch as this poltergeist takes Vesoriana out of the workshop.
I'm going to dash and try to chase after the poltergeist. I'm going to jump over Oust's
I was gonna
lifeless
say,
corpse.
don't trip. Don't trip over my body.
What's the movement on that?
It's 60.
You should make that.
Can I attempt to hand him a haunt siphon while he's walking past me?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll tell you what. You have a 75% failure. So, like, if you get 76 or greater, it'll go. You'll get it to him.
Nah, fuck it. It's not worth the time to roll.
Okay.
All right.
So we are playing a game that involves rolling dice, so
Yeah,
you could roll it.
Can I try to use a bonus action to, like, an unarmed strike?
Sure.
All right. I miss.
Oh,
Miserably.
Doctor.
Well, if we drop it, Brian might break it.
I will use on Oust. I will use my cantrip Spare the Dying.
Okay. Describe for the listeners. Spare the dying.
Pretty much, he's stable. He's in a coma. He doesn't have to make any more death saves for now, but he needs to still get healed in order to get back up.
Very good. Talos.
Talos will run up and activate the hot siphon on that spooky, shitty fucking ghost.
Spooky, spooky.
Hell yeah, 15 points of radiant, positive, whatever you want to call it, damage.
Positive energy, man.
I don't know if we've ever described how a haunt dies.
To
Why
the
don't you-
hot siphon?
Why don't you give me some flavor?
Has anyone seen Ghostbusters? So
No.
Let me just cut your mic right now.
I assume our
Now, hold
listeners
on
have
a
not.
second.
Or like a Pokemon getting sucked into a Pokeball.
Exactly.
So how much damage was that?
15 points of radiant.
Now, based on the haunt siphon, is there a diameter that this goes off?
No, it doesn't mention a diameter.
Does it mention if it's more than one haunt?
It does mention it for if I throw it like a grenade, it kind of like a splash weapon. It just means that it mentions I have to be within like its area of influence, which is why I moved up right next to it.
What's the area of effect? Is it like 15 feet or something like that, or 10 feet? I think it actually says that.
Oh, it says specifically 3d6 points of positive enemy damage to a single haunt.
A single haunt.
Single
Okay.
haunt. That would have been good to read initially before we went around about.
I was just kind of curious
If she gets sucked in.
Yep.
Yep.
Selected.
So you.
Breaking the game.
Yeah. Well, actually, the game's doing all right again. Caught a second wind. So you see this haunt
begin to sizzle and get sucked into this haunt siphon of yours. You just
Close it up.
and then you lock it with the keys.
It's a mason jar. You just
Oh,
gotta
man.
put the top on.
The sound effects budget is off the charts today.
I have never been outside of the room before.
Perhaps you should get back in right away.
I feel so vulnerable out here. Please, assist me back into the workshop.
Okay, I'll try and grab and pull her into the workshop.
Thank you. Now, please allow me to help you, but first I need Lavar's symbol of office.
All right.
It should be relatively easy. I believe it was just on his body. It should be someplace in a very benign area of the dungeon below.
Yeah, a dungeon is always a benign place. We should be okay.
It's really worse than it sounds. I mean, not as worse as it sounds.
All right. Yeah, we'll return down there to get it.
Oh, the one more door.
I forgot that door.
Thank
Okay.
you, thank you, Vesoriana. We'll.
Okay, well, very good. Be gone. I'll clean up in here.
Okay. She just like put.
Start sweeping the floor.
It's like
Very
a sheet over
ineffectively.
house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're still down.
We'll help you a little bit with the sweeping,
Now,
and then we drag out.
will-
his
He's
body.
unconscious.
Will you be able to do this with only 3 people?
No, we have to find a place to rest.
We'll figure it out.
I heard the chapel is a good place for resuscitation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We do intend to go there at some point. Yes.
Well, have a good day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Come again
I
soon.
roll good. So while this is going on, the doctor will give Oust 11 points
Whoa.
of HP.
man.
Old max.
Pop
So
off.
at least
Boner oust.
he's up, but I don't know about everybody else. The doctor's completely out of spell slots.
Holy shit.
Shit.
I'm fine.
Wow. This was a rough day for the doc.
I never got a good rest, man.
No, you did actually. We did it in town.
You guys slept at night,
Yeah.
but today's a new day. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember, you guys went back to town after you followed the man to.
Oh, I thought I didn't sleep. I thought I was.
That was the night before.
Oh.
They woke you up when you were down in the dungeon. You try to rest in that guard's room.
Oh, yeah,
Either
yeah.
way, I'm out of second spell slots, so
Oh.
I'm still fucked.
Oh, that's not good.
Should we head back into town?
No, actually,
we can always
we're
go
still-
to the shack.
It's still time sensitive. We
Yeah.
can maybe take a short rest. I really do want to see the chapel though.
actually, now that I'm up, how low are you on, Doc?
About half HP.
Half HP and you're out of spell slots.
Yep.
Second level spell slots. He's got first level spell slots, but that's not as great.
That's not. Yeah, I've only used.
I mean, I can't do prayer of healing now.
Oh yeah.
I could do cure wounds for.
If there's any way, I think it's best if we can go back to the shack and do a long rest. If we can.
I don't know if we have time for a long rest. That's the thing.
Yeah, because we gotta.
Because clearly things are time sensitive with other ghosts attacking Vesoriana, and then her name being written by Splatterman.
Who's got the wand?
Of
There was there 2?
I know there's a wand of lesser restoration, but I don't know if we had a wand of cure wounds or anything.
What was the last letter written? It was an I, right? Or was it an A?
I
I. Okay, thank you.
I have 2 potions of cure wounds. I can hand those out if we want to try and at least do the chapel, see what's in there, and then we can try and take a short rest. How does that sound?
Still just leaves them out.
I'd still
Spell
prefer a
slots,
long
yeah.
rest, but I'm down for a battle.
I have stayed in this room for countless decades. I feel as though my spirit is waning, but I still have a little bit left in me. Please close the door.
All right. Don't need to ask twice.
She gestures for everyone to get close to her. You see her eyes roll up in her blue skull, and you feel this overwhelming sense of power encapsulate each one of you as you rise up to the level of 4.
Yeah.
You see her ghost begin to settle down to the floor, flutter, and just go dormant.
All right. Talos' intelligence is now 18, so this is the best time to mention that I am no longer smart enough to play him, and I am retiring him for another character.
Don't worry, I'll retire him for you shortly. Erwin, why don't you tell me what you got at 4th level?
So I've actually decided to multi-class.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. What'd you do in the multi-class?
So the previous night in the long rest, I had a dream. I saw my dear friend, Ermin, come to me.
Was he oiled up too?
It was just glistening.
Just shimmering, dude.
Shimmering, yeah. And his basic message was, these evil spirits need to be taken down.
But they're your
They
party,
killed
dude.
Not those guys.
The other ones.
The other ones. And he wants me to try to avenge his death.
Oh.
That is awesome. Totally awesome.
So I've channeled the spirits to try to become a paladin.
Ooh.
What else did what's his name? Irvin? What was the first guy?
Ermin.
Ermin.
Irvin. What else did Ermin say?
Keep your body oiled up
Yes.
at all times. Where are those medallions?
Here's a medallion for you right now. There's a gold doubloon. I like that. Feed that backstory. Doctor, what'd you do at level 4?
So when level 4 hit, studied some more spells, learned some new ones, but hasn't prepared them yet. He's waiting to see how he needs them. But his healing powers and infestation powers feel a little bit stronger as his wisdom increased by 2.
It's good to know. Talos.
Talos, like I said, at level 4, is at 18 intelligence. And I picked up 2 new spells, one of which is another thieves spell, invisibility. And the other one, I am keeping secret to hopefully surprise you.
That's
specifically.
great. That's awesome. But tell me about invisibility.
Invisibility, not the greatest in this dungeon because everything's a ghost, but it makes you completely invisible until you attack or harm something. And it's great for stealing stuff.
That is
And
awesome.
sneaking.
Is that a spell or a
Sneaky,
cantrip?
sneaky.
Spell. It's a second level spell.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. But at higher levels, I can target more than just myself. So at level 5, I can get someone else to sneak with me.
Nice.
Tag team sneaking.
Oust. What do we do at level 4?
Level 4, I got more in touch with my animal side. And
Can you lick your own balls now?
not
What?
well,
No, that's
some
a level 6.
What?
That's a level 6 feature.
You're just
I,
scraping your ass across the floor.
I'm allowed to become slightly bigger animals now.
Oh, you want to tell me about those animals or you want to surprise me?
I'll tell you I could turn into a bear.
Ooh,
A black bear.
a black bear.
Yeah.
Why's
Little
it gotta be
baby
black?
cub.
Let's move on to the next one.
Because that's what it says.
I expect him to sound like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
I'm a bear disguised as a bear.
Pretend to be some kind of other bear. Give me that fucking map. We're lost, man. We're super fucking lost. So, a little bit of time goes by. Now, you guys haven't maxed out your hit points yet. You just got level 4 bestowed upon you.
All right.
So you guys will need to take a full rest to get all your HP back.
All right. I'm
Sorry, break that eraser out.
now down on hit points.
What would
we
you?
all?
Now, you guys can choose to take a long rest or whatever you want to do in this room, or you could chance it or try to get out of the prison or go back to Ravengrow. What do you want to do? You guys want to keep going? Where you want to be?
I want to enter that chapel.
What's everybody else say?
The chapel.
I
or
would
dine and
prefer
dash
to
and
have
go?
a long rest before that. At least a short rest.
The chapel seems
but-
like it's going to be brutal. I think we got better odds running through the The ooze.
So the reason I wanted the chapel is I want to at least short rest before we enter the dungeon. And I don't want to waste any resources on this chapel after the rest. If you see where I'm getting at.
So we got our
Assless
resources. Well, that too. But we got our resources back from leveling up, right?
No.
No?
We
got
gained,
none.
the three of us basically gained one spell slot. At least it was a second level spell slot, but we gained one spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me what you wish to do.
Die.
It's on the menu.
The only other thing I can do to help is
I'm gonna do a prayer of healing.
Okay.
Okay.
I gained a second level spell slot, or another second level spell
well,
slot.
why don't you save it and I'll do cure wounds, because if it's HP that we're worried
It heals
about,
everyone, though.
Okay.
So
2d8 plus my con mod.
No.
So hopefully,
That's better than
fingers
spending
crossed.
two.
Fingers crossed. Let's
Yeah,
see
right.
how this goes. Oh, that's pretty good.
Very good.
Nice.
Was that 16?
No, that's 14 plus. Wait, sorry. What is it?
Plus your con mod, you said?
Yeah.
I
Or is
don't
it your
know.
wisdom mod?
Where's my phone? I have to double check.
What's your strongest one?
Just pick the higher
Yeah, I
one.
was gonna say.
It would
your
be
best one?
Wiz mod, but
It's only a game of honor. Why start now?
I mean, it's a
You don't know
spell,
where
right?
your phone is at?
It's a spell, right? It should be wisdom.
Somebody call this guy.
Eric!
You know, let's just clear up this first floor, and then we can take a long rest. You know, nice and
oh,
neat.
it's even better. It's my spell casting ability, so it is my wisdom one.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 14 plus 4. That's 18 points
Oh, yeah.
to everybody in the party up to your max.
Woo!
Which that actually, I had 14. That actually puts me right back to 32.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm at now technically max for level 4.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
And now I'm officially out of spell slots.
Second level.
Second level.
Let's not forget about these first level spell slots that we desperately want.
So what do you guys
I
want to
think
do?
I still only have one. I have one first level spell slot. That's it. I
Oh,
can
really?
inflict wounds.
I just say we finish up the first floor, go into the chapel, and then we can take a however long of a rest you guys want. I guess.
Maybe rest in the chapel.
Kamikaze yet?
Because I don't want to burn any resources before we go down and go after the ooze and probably
there's other
Splatter
ways
Man.
We can go too. We don't have to go toward the ooze.
Huh? Well, the ooze is probably on the way. Because he's
He's down in the dungeon.
yeah. I know there are two other ways, but ooze is probably in the way at this point. He's probably waiting for us at the bottom of the pit.
Stop
Like a
being
bitch.
negative waves. Put it in my bag.
Thanks for the idea.
See?
I knew he was going to be down at the bottom of that motherfucker, too. He's going to be waiting, hanging onto the rope. So tell me where you guys want to go.
You guys want to go to the
Is there
chapel?
room?
Chapel.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna.
Gun ho it.
Who should go first though?
Well, I'd like to go and I'd like to do a divine sense
Ah,
Ooh, that's very
Oh.
good. I like
hell
that.
yeah!
to see if there might be any potential bad entities
I like
in the
that.
chapel.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
So where are you guys at then? Go ahead and put you guys where you
Right,
need
let's
to be.
just be outside
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys draw close to the door, you notice it says chapel on it.
Mm-hmm.
The door is slightly ajar, about 4 inches. What do you want to do? Tell me, Erwin.
For an action, I'd like to try to do divine sense
Okay.
to see if there's any evil spirits behind the door.
Is there a check or a roll or anything, or is that just...
It doesn't say. It just
Okay.
It finds fiends and the undead and
You
celestials.
don't sense anything on the other side of the door. Nothing like what you're searching for.
Okay. Then I guess I'll open the door.
Okay, as you open the door, you're just met with darkness inside. It's completely dark.
Does anyone have a torch or
I'll light up the
night
room.
vision?
I'll produce flame and set it towards the middle of the room.
Okay. Tell me how you do this. You just
Out of the palm of my hand and kind of.
chuck it in
If
there.
I throw it, does it?
It's technically an attack at that point, but
So you heard this thing in, right?
You know what? We have, don't we have daylight rods or something like that?
Yeah, we have sun rods, which are basically glow sticks. We can go do a rave in this room.
But it doesn't illuminate.
It should
there was
illuminate a little bit, yeah.
How much is a little bit? I mean, if it's only like a 10-foot radius, I mean,
I think it's basically like lighting a torch, is my guess. The DM will tell us.
Probably
what
like
actually
that,
happens.
yeah. I imagine it's probably got a 10-foot radius. It's not very, very large. But 10-foot square is a 10-foot square.
I'll just pop his head and look. It's just dark, right?
It's just dark inside,
All right.
yeah.
Perception to see if I see anything chapel-like. Sorry. That's a 15.
You just see like, because you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see like slivers all over the place. It doesn't make sense. It almost looks as though like a giant rug everywhere, all about you.
Okay, well, while I stand and it looks like a giant rug, I'll produce flame in my palm, and that will at least give us a 10-foot radius of the room. So I'll be standing 2 squares in front of the dock.
So right here.
Yeah.
As you produce flame, you notice that these slivers of carpet that was everywhere is actually cobwebs. And you see them begin to undulate and move as you see these large, fat, black entities begin to descend down from the ceiling on you.
Oh, shit. That's a big fucking
Big
spider.
spider.
As
Big
these
mofo.
large black spiders begin to come down towards you. And let's roll some initiative. Again.
Maybe roll something good because I'm in this motherfucker.
Oh, the hard 20 and the hard 1. What do you got, Talos?
8.
Oust.
11.
Doctor.
17.
Irwin.
12.
So the first spider begins to descend down towards you, Oust, and it immediately tries to bite at you and fails.
Right.
We haven't had anything to eat in forever. Doctor, go.
Sacred Flame.
Same one that try to bite
Yes.
Oust. 15? No, sorry, 17.
Passes.
Irwin.
I'm going to run into the room, and I'm going to pull out my longsword and try to attack the first spider that tried to attack Oust.
Very good.
The first. Oh, I thought you said biter.
Was that 11?
Will miss.
Oh, shit.
Oust. This thing has dropped down from the ceiling right in front of you, but it's not alone. You see its big, black, hairy body barking at you
Angrily.
angrily.
Produce flame once again and chuck it at the one that tried to bite.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Will miss.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to turn into a panther.
Oh. There he is. The albino panther. Talos. From the hallway.
Yeah, peeking in through the door and then casting Ray of Frost because
You can.
Oust isn't worth the spell slot at this point. No one's worth the spell slot.
Yeah,
18 to hit.
That will hit.
1 point of cold
Oh,
damage.
wow. Very
Yeah.
good. The second spider moves forward. He's got 2 targets. 1, 2, 3 for the panther. 4, 5, 6 for the monk. Moves forward towards the panther and attempts to bite you. 23.
23 will hit.
23.
Do you have to ask?
I want to ask for 8 points of damage. And I need for you to make a con save.
Oh, God.
How much damage was that again?
8.
8 points of damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're attacking Oust.
Yeah.
Make a con save.
Who's got that extra hit points right now?
Well, we all do.
That is 14.
Oust has his panther
14.
hit points plus
Oh,
his
that's
regular
right.
hit
Yeah.
points.
You can feel this poison begin to course through your body, but doesn't seem to take hold in your bloodstream. The other spider attacks Irwin. 13.
That'll miss.
Miss. Doctor. Closing the door.
Harley knew you.
Peace, taking our long rest.
No, I will throw a Sacred Flame again
All right.
at whichever spider's closest.
Okay. The one that's attacking Irwin.
Yeah.
Fails.
Nice.
And he will take 5 points radiant damage.
Irwin. Want to punch the spider?
Punch that spider.
Punch the Spider-Man.
It's like,
All right. Yeah, I'm going to try to attack it first with my longsword. That'll miss. And then from bonus action, I'm going to use Flurry of Blows. 22
will hit.
Nice.
for 6 points of damage.
Squash that bug.
You actually hear it squeak. Still going though.
And then I'm the open hand technique. So whenever one of my Flurry of Blows attacks hits,
All right, give it that hand job.
right, it's going to be thrown up against the back wall.
Oh, it pushes it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to give a hand job with an open hand.
I don't know. Together,
Two,
man. In tandem.
Actually, wait, no, it's a strength saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, okay. These guys are fucking brutes. 9. 9.
That'll miss.
So much for the brute. Oust.
Oust is going to bite the spider that is in front of him
Gross.
for 13 to hit.
Miss.
Oh,
Fuck.
that one out.
Talos.
Talos, again, Ray of Frost on the spider attacking Oust.
Okay.
Whew. 15 to hit.
That hits.
All right, let's throw this one in there. 4 damage.
4. The one that's been pushed back away from Irwin moves forward again. He's got 2 targets. 1, 2, 3 for the monk. 4, 5, 6 for the doc. Are you in the doorway, Doc?
No, I'm kind of fighting around.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just you then, Irwin.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
Fuck.
Nice.
That die is going away. The other one has 2 targets. 1, 2, 3 for Oust. 4, 5, 6 for the monk. Going for Oust. We try to bite him. Fuck that die. Doctor.
Peek around the door. Gonna fire at the spider that was coming back up toward Irwin.
Oh,
Oh, you put on a new die and it didn't work.
7.
Oh, he's got plenty of dice to try.
no.
Oh, I got
7 points of radiant
I've
damage.
got 7. I got dice for days. Have we rolled a hard 20 tonight?
I think you did for something. Someone rolled a 20, but I forgot for what.
Irwin.
It was.
Had to listen
It
to
was
was
like initiative.
technically hard. It wasn't initiative. No, it was for a skill check.
Oh, the
I
skill
think
check.
I actually got
Yeah.
one, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was for only initiative.
Yeah, you also
So
got one
that's
for
what it was.
initiative.
Oh, okay. Irwin.
No, mine was for like a save or a skill. I think mine was a save.
It was a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to attack it again with my longsword. That's a hard 20.
No.
Oh,
Speak of the
Good
devil.
where's the
job.
reggaeton?
Back it up.
Does not back up.
Okay, max damage.
What is that? 10 points of damage.
10 points.
Nice.
Describe how you kill this arachnid.
I raise the longsword up above my head, smash it right down on its body, and it just explodes.
Use the flat side.
This
of
was your
blade.
chance to kill it with an open-handed
just-
hand jab.
Just splits in half.
Open-handed hand job.
I grab a Kleenex
Kleenex.
and ew.
Oust.
Going for the bite again. That is 18 to hit
That'll hit.
for 8 points of damage.
Still kicking. Talos.
Talos, once again. Ray of Frost. Miss.
Miss. Spider has 2 targets still. 1, 2, 3 for Oust. Going for the monk. You just killed its brother, its sister, its mate. That's how it is in their family.
Brother, sister, mate.
Oh.
It's a lot of jumps you gotta make.
Yeah, dude.
13.
Miss.
Miss.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Spider's been in the dark too long. Doctor.
Sacred Flame.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I got, man.
22.
Passes as it goes sailing past him and hits the back wall.
Yes. Irwin.
I'm going to try to attack that spider that just tried to bite me.
Gonna sucker punch the spider.
What is it? 15?
That hits.
Sweet.
Yay!
Look at this guy.
Yeah, he's going 2 for 2 now that he's a paladin.
5 points of damage.
5. Got anything else in there?
Unarmed strike.
Super fist.
That'll miss.
All right. Oust.
Fisto robot.
Going for another bite. Oh, just missed it. That is a 23 to hit.
I should have just missed it.
I think he was
I
close
was
to a
talking about
20.
the 20. I was talking about the 20. Sorry.
It's gonna
God, I
keep rolling.
just
Wow, look
missed
at
the
it.
20.
Oh, there. This thing does have a 20 on it. Okay, go ahead.
And that is 7 points of damage.
7 points. Describe how this dog. What are you, Panther?
Yeah, you just got the dog as the.
I thought you were talking about the spider for a second.
Describe how your Panther chews this spider in half.
I'm going to go straight for the head, avoid the fangs, and just.
Eventually, its legs
Shred
curl
this
under
thing.
itself as it expires.
That's some finesse if you can avoid the fangs while going for the head, man.
Oh, I mean, I went for like the neck area, maybe.
Yeah.
It's always wherever the groin would be, just go for that and just shake it from there.
Yeah, I guess you weren't specific about which head you were talking about.
So, there's fire all in the place. All the spider webs have burned away,
Wouldn't be the first time.
right? So the place is basically illuminated at this point, and you see that there is an altar against the south wall. You see there's all kinds of trinkets on it, about it. Almost looks as though these spiders were hoarding things.
Ooh.
You see there's
Order spiders.
the husks of other bodies, some dwarven, some elven, some human. And you can tell that because they've just been sucked of all their blood, so you can still make them out. But you do notice that there seems to be a lot of personal effects all about the floor.
Investigate.
I was actually going to say, get your pencil ready.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got 23.
23. You notice that there are 5 vials, very similar to the liquid that Oust just threw a while back.
Oh.
Holy water. You see that there is another scroll that's rolled up, still in the hands of one of these dead corpses.
I grabbed the scroll for sure.
As you unfurl this scroll, you notice it is a scroll of lesser restoration. And you notice there's a wand also. It's close to the foot of one of the humans, just out of its reach, as though it had been lassoed and held fast with all these webs before it was ever able to use this wand.
Okay. I will hand the scroll to the doc, and then take the one out of the out of where it is,
Just waiting to see what else comes up.
and present it to everyone. See if anyone knows what it is.
I could roll.
Can I roll Arcana?
Everybody can roll
I got
Arcana.
Arcana.
Sure.
I'm proficient.
Uh,
What about you?
21.
What about you, Monk? Want to roll Arcana?
I'm not proficient, but sure. Nope.
Nope.
yeah.
Doc, what'd you get?
21.
Tell us.
18.
5.
Alice, you've never seen one of these before. But the doctor, you have definitely seen one of these being in your profession. And Talos, being as old as you are, you probably had one of these used on you several times.
Oh, this explains a lot.
You notice it has a bell
I'm
head
learning a
on
lot
the end
about
of it.
my own backstory.
You know that this is a wand of cure light wounds.
Oh, fuck yes.
And it has 15 charges in it.
Shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I believe, Doc, I gave you a slip of paper exactly what cure light wounds does.
Well, I have cure wounds.
It's the same thing, sorry.
Okay.
Wand of cure wounds. Whee!
Thank you, Paizo.
It appears to be a wand that gives us a little bit of help every now and then. What do you think, Talos?
I think the same thing. I think we've lucked out here. You're probably best to administer this, so I'll leave it in your care.
I'll just sit in the back, and every now and then, zip, zap, zop. You guys will all be cured.
Keep track of your charges. So,
You said there's bodies in here that were just kind of like
He says 15, right?
Yeah.
15.
suck dried, so they're kind of like mummified in a way?
Yeah,
or-
they're just husks of people. They're just
Do they have skin on
skin
them?
just tightly around the bones.
Okay. I want to investigate these bodies and see if any of them have any branding iron marks on them.
Okay.
This is Al's new favorite thing.
Yeah, probably don't see shit, but... Is that perception? I said perception, but...
Investigation.
Investigation, alright. That is 7.
7. Well, I'll tell you, even with a 7, none of these bodies have any marks on them like that. In fact, judging by their attire,
That was going to be my next question. What are they wearing?
no.
Oh, not even guards.
These are probably people that have gone into the prison at some point, probably fortune hunters.
Oh, okay. They're not wearing black robes like the.
Nope, not wearing
Like the
prisoner
cultists
clothes,
that we
not
heard about?
wearing
Okay.
cultist robes. They just are wearing regular adventuring type gear.
This one looked like Indiana Jones.
One's got a crystal skull.
All right. Well,
So, what would you like to do?
how does finding this wand affect everyone's decision? Do we feel like we want to
Proceed.
venture further without a rest, or we guys still need a rest?
You don't know what race I am, but I have to have a long rest.
I don't know what race has to do with it, but
Yeah, well, I got to bring race into
Yeah.
this. It's a sensitive topic there, Doc.
Doc, are you ever going to show them what race you are?
yeah.
I can't remove the mask.
Ever? Like, physically it's part of your body? Or
You
what
get
do you mean?
glued on like a bad prank?
No, it's
Like
mostly so I
eyebrows
can't.
that have been drawn on your forehead?
No, it's mostly so I can't be identified. And at the same point, it is my holy symbol.
That's cool. I like that. Erwin, what is your take on all this? You about had your ass handed to you, but you killed the spider, you killed a ghost. What do you want to do? You want to do a long rest? You want to keep going? Forging on?
I'm actually indifferent because I'm at full health. I don't really need a long rest.
And you got a gold balloon?
I have a gold balloon.
Everything's good.
Why
man.
not?
I would be okay with a short rest, but if the doc needs a long rest, we could do that too. And just come back and go down to the dungeon.
Yeah, everybody pulls their weight, but the doc has got a significant weight to haul because he's your healing battery.
True.
Yeah.
But I do have the new wand. But
Yeah.
He's not going to share.
I'm going to be
Nah, I
wandering
will.
myself over here all day
wanna,
long.
You want a fucking bump?
basically, yeah,
You're gonna have to pay.
That's right.
Come to the
What's
supply.
the street market of a charge?
the Hippocratic Oath is just a guideline.
So who's it fall on? It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Doing another 9 to 5 today or what?
I don't know.
I think we can go back into town, maybe start investigating that mansion we're at. We have a little bit of time rest in the rest of the day.
No. If anything, I want to rest here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the prison.
You don't want to leave the prison itself, or you don't want to leave the prison grounds?
Prison grounds.
That will churn. Well, we haven't seen the ooze out on the
No.
prison ground. I don't think he can climb up the wall.
But I don't
You know,
know.
honestly, a long rest would be nice for me, but I can get away without it.
How do you feel on, I don't want to say staying back, but keeping kind of a distance? Because if we could do a run and dash, or smash and grab.
Dash. Smash. Oh.
Smash and grab.
Smash
Smash
the
and grab,
ooze.
yeah.
Grab the thing. Get out.
Not even, if we could avoid smashing him. Just grab the item. Because we know where it's at. We know what it looks like. We already seen it.
I can maybe attempt to do that.
I'm assuming with this wand, there is a certain distance. I don't have to touch people with it. I can shoot out.
All right, I got another just off-player question.
I'll look into that.
As an animal,
Which
an
you
intelligent, yeah, I can grab something, bite onto it, and retrieve it.
Yeah.
Can I not?
Sure.
Assuming you pass that check.
The thing is, you also have to get past the door.
Yeah, you can't unlock. You can't
Because
open the door.
especially you're
pretty girl.
and you're also
Smart
an
girl.
animal. Imagine if you're like you've seen the dogs with the big sticks trying to.
Yeah.
They have to
It's like,
figure out how to get it.
Well, it should be
No,
a small
he has
plot.
his intelligence, so he should be fine. In regards to figuring out how to.
But he's got no dexterity,
his
finger dexterity.
Problem is dexterity.
What about mouth dexterity?
Alex,
Got a
do you-
bite.
You gonna suck that knob or what?
Wow, just I got paws. It's Tuesday, bro.
We're not pausing anything. We're going full steam
I
ahead.
got those paws.
Episode title: "Suck the Knob."
This knob sucks.
Alex, do you know anything about oozes from nature as to how they perceive things? Do they use any sort of sight, or are they just fucking feel for shit?
I don't know. Can I roll Arcana?
Sure. What are you doing?
Roll an Arcana to see if I know anything about oozes.
Oh, okay.
Nature's
That'd be nature. Nature.
Well, fuck you. That's 11.
Again, back to the antagonist.
That's the way it was worded. Do you know anything about oozing?
I said oozes, but oozing.
You
Have you
wa-
seen this oozing?
You don't want to like it. No,
Well.
I don't know anything. It's 11 for
Okay.
nature.
Your nature is an 11?
Yeah, I failed.
Fuck.
Oh wait, it's intelligent. Oh, but I
I got 0 nature.
My
Okay.
nature is not good.
Yeah, I didn't put it.
Yeah,
in.
I got
put it
plus
in,
2, but that's
I put it in medicine and
Well, I was hoping the truth might happen.
So what do you guys want to do?
Fuck. I was thinking I could try and go invisible and go get it, but if it doesn't sense via sight and it can just sense me anyway, then it's a waste of time.
well, we still got to make our way back down the hole.
Yeah, I would do that invisibly and then try and go and grab it and then come back is what my original plan was. But if it can sense me, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Just so you know, this the wand is similar to the spell. You have to touch the person with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hit people with the wand, man.
good. Tap them.
Just fist him in the ass with this motherfucker.
Right here. Bend over.
Get some oil from your monk over here. So what do you wish to do?
I think if we're going to go down there, we all should go back down the hole.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I thought we were all going in the hole, but I just meant like in the main proximity area, like in the torture chamber area.
Let's go down this hole.
All right, all of us are going in the hole.
I passed around that map earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it. Kind of gives you an idea where that hole is at. There's the hole.
Yeah.
So
No, let's not go that way.
Oh wait, is this where the steam
Yeah.
thingy is?
Oh,
Oh man, both ways fucking suck. I just realized because the other way has the ghosts.
the haunt,
fucking
yeah. And all we did was piss it off. Shoot, and then I don't see any other way. I mean,
This is probably less bad, so let's just go that way. Because the doc got fucked up by that fire, that child-sized oven.
yeah.
so
Very
That's
specific.
that
true.
was so fucking awesome.
But at the same point, we don't know what's here.
My guess is stairs because there's a second floor to this place.
There's 2 sets of double doors there and a single door.
If you wanted to go to the second floor when we're supposed to go
The
down a
second
little,
floor up or floor down?
well, we saw
There-
stairs
We haven't.
previously and they were broken.
Oh.
So maybe we could fall through those. I mean, I can fall through those. Actually, I mean, if we have rope, I can fall through, and then
We could just all hang ourselves and call it a fucking
yeah, that's
campaign.
also true.
There's always the spider webs. Go back in there, hang out with the rest of the.
I just don't. Because there's 2 sets of double doors, a single door.
Yeah.
Why don't we just check them out first?
Okay, let's check them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
It seems like there should be something behind those.
Let's just open up the southern double doors.
Okay.
So you guys go to the first set of double doors. Mm-hmm. You open up the doors?
Yeah,
me what you
Talos
wanna-
will open up the doors.
Okay, you open up these double doors, and you notice that there's a flight of stairs that descend to most likely the lower level. However,
Most likely.
They are.
well, they descend down. However, it is completely filled with large stone blocks
Fuck.
and shattered timbers,
Okay.
completely blocked off.
Okay.
No, I get an A for effort, F for execution.
All right, and then should we open up the other set of double
other
doors to
set.
confirm our suspicion?
I would assume they go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talos will open up those.
Okay. You're right, Talos. As you open these doors, you see that there is a set of ascending stairs that lead most likely up to the second floor.
Okay.
The same second floor that you saw through the eyes of Otto as he was flying around the prison and he noticed the walkway on the northern side of the prison grounds.
Yeah, where I wasted that spell.
Yes. Spends that spell slot. Und.
And then there's just that last remaining door,
There is last remaining door.
which is maybe a closet. I don't know.
Storage closet.
You want to open it?
Yeah.
Might as
As
well
well,
find out.
at this
Let's
point.
open it.
Like any other game, I'm a completionist. Open up all the
Open
doors.
the door. We're gonna complete
What's
floor
behind
one
door number
if we do
3?
anything.
You open up the final door, and you notice that is indeed just a janitorial closet
Excellent.
full of buckets, mops, brooms.
But is it a mop +1 of cleaning?
No, but I do see an achievement pop up. Open all the doors. Level 1.
Challenge completed.
So you have now opened all majority of the doors of level 1. Majority of them.
Majority.
Yeah, fuck those doors, man.
Yeah. This is confession room.
So do you want to take a rest or do you want to proceed?
Let's go down this pit.
Proceed.
Proceed.
I'm down for proceeding.
All right.
That's
Like,
how
but-
are we going to go there? I mean,
Which
there's only
direction
one
you
way we can.
There's
no, we
two,
can go
but
through-
this one's really bad.
I know, but we can go through the auditorium and then we skip that one haunt, right?
Well, this is the. I mean, we could try running through the haunt. Yeah.
Well, no, because we can go this way, into there. The haunt's there, right?
No, the haunt's here.
Haunt's in between these 2 doors.
Yeah, that's
Above
we've
the
been
dotted
encountering it every time because we've been forced
But
to
on
go
both
through.
sides?
Well, it's in that room.
It's just in that room.
It's not on both sides. It's just
It's
in
it's
this room.
it's actually just on this side, the side that matters. This side, there's no way
That's
out.
The other room is where we found the
that's-
the haunt's weapons, like
Yeah,
the Marauder and
okay.
all that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who has haunt siphons?
We have one left, and I think we
Yeah.
should save it for Splatterman if we see him, because it is quite powerful, and even if it doesn't kill him on its own, it's going to help us.
Can we all dash through?
Yeah, I say we make a run for it. We'll probably all have to make a save at least once,
Yeah.
and then
At least we'll go through though.
yeah.
So is that what you want to do?
That's what I want to do. Yes.
Okay.
Does
So as
anyone
you
else agree?
guys
Sprint our way back.
open the double doors into the auditorium, you guys are going to run from one set going east, right? As fast as you can. Mm-hmm. Everybody make a wisdom save. Erwin,
19.
Doctor,
25.
Talos,
17.
Oust,
10.
10.
No.
Oh wait. Sorry. 12. Sorry.
Brad just continues to roll the dice.
As you take 3 points of necrotic damage as you pass by this cold spot that begins to grow in size, and you continue to move to the east. Everybody makes it through the other sets of double doors.
Just close the doors.
Yeah, close the doors.
You sure?
Yeah, we're going to close the doors.
Yeah, we're all right.
So you guys are now once again in the training room. The black hole that descends down to the dungeon level beckons.
I look down to see if there's an ooze.
It is completely dark down below. And that is where we're going to end.
Well, we might die.
Well, the other rope's there, so
Another
Like I
rope?
said,
If anything-
if there's enough, give me enough rope to hang myself. Good to go.
we got a rope of climbing if you want to do a good job with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave us that 5-star review. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com. And be sure to check out the galleries. We got a lot of really interesting stuff posted there. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. There are ways for you to help out the show and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass full as you roll those hard 20s.
Go for it.
Time out real quick. How's everyone doing on health? Just out of game.
I'm at 17. That's pretty much half.
Half?
I'm like 19.
I'm at full, which is 21.
Oh, wow.
One of my
Okay,
spirits
I'm
is a little
hurting.
sore right now.
Good.
Fuck you.
Found the blooper.
All right, just in case, because I might need it. I might have to do a prayer healing soon. So
Okay.
Now, just out of curiosity, can you heal in battle?
Prayer of healing, I think, is a minute cast time.
Yeah. Be like the whole check that. While he's checking that, grab me first,
All right.
please.
let's see. Prayer.
Who needs a round?
of
You good?
healing.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Eric, you're going to want one because I'm going to kill you soon.
Yeah. No, prayer of healing, instantaneous.
This
Cure-
duration, cast time is 10 minutes.
Oh. Damn it.
I hate it when he's right.
What else do I got?
Prayer healing is like a super awesome heal, but you have to do it out of combat, which fucking sucks.
Sorry, I want to try to adhere
that
a little
a-
closer to the rules now.
I guess I just got cure wounds, probably. That's it.
You have potions.
You don't. I don't think
know
you have
what
to
I-
heal all of us right now. Just
Don't
making
you-
sure you don't like.
Well, I was
fall.
doing it. Yeah, I don't care about you guys.
Yeah, you can do prayer healing later, man.
Don't you have wands and shit too? Didn't you guys get certain things?
I think you might.
I don't
I don't
remember
have
what-
any of the healing ones on myself.
Yeah.
I don't
the
remember-
lasso of truth.
The asshole of truth.
I used one of the potions we had. We all had one. I already used mine.
Yeah, we've also all got one potion
Yeah.
at least.
I already used mine.
I use one of mine too.
Okay. That's fully spell book.
Because then even...
I have a wand of
Because
hold
we all
person,
got... Yeah,
but
we
these
all
aren't
got
people.
the cure wounds one.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
Lesser restoration, that's... Whatever. Most of the vials I have is situation based.
Talos.